Zimbabwe is a landlocked country with the largest artificial lake and waterfall in the world. Every corner and major road here seems incredibly unique and bustling. The beautiful girls possess extraordinary talents, and there are opportunities to dance with them at festivals or witness the strange and colorful houses. Don't forget about the cost of living here, with just a small amount, around 30%, compared to other developed countries. You can live here for a month or even longer. Let's start exploring and experiencing life in Zimbabwe in today's travel documentary. Zimbabwe is located deep inland in southern Africa, nestled between two major rivers, the Zambezi and Limpopo. This country is landlocked, bordered by Mozambique to the east, South Africa to the south, Botswana to the southwest, and Zambia to the north and northwest. Notably, at the extreme western corner of Zimbabwe, the Caprivi Strip creates a close junction between Namibia, Angola, Botswana, and Zambia. Although Zimbabwe and Namibia do not share a border, the distance between the two countries in this area is very short, and you can travel from Zimbabwe to Namibia in just about 5 minutes, crossing the Zambezi River, one of the largest rivers in the region. Zimbabwe covers an area of approximately 115,870 square miles, 39,075 square kilometers, slightly larger than the state of Montana in the United States, with a population of nearly 17 million people, comparable to that of Ecuador. However, you might find it hard to believe that this country has 16 official languages. Yes, 16 official languages. Fortunately, English is one of the 3 most widely spoken languages in Zimbabwe. Not only is there a diversity of languages in this country, but there's also a wide variety of currency values with 20 different banknotes of varying denominations, the largest being the 1 trillion ZWN note. That's right, however, it was this currency that led the country into hyperinflation and devaluation. As of 2024, Zimbabwe has the second highest inflation rate in the world, following Argentina, with an astonishing figure of 104.71%. This inflation rate is extremely high compared to other developed countries, such as the United States at around 2.4%, Germany at 1.9%, or France at 1.8%. But do you think this is the peak? Not at all. The inflation rate of 104.71% is still low compared to Zimbabwe's peak period, which reached an incredible 89.7%. Meanwhile, Argentina, leading the world in inflation, peaked at around 3,000%. Can you imagine the enormous discrepancy between these figures? To put it into perspective, before the introduction of the 1 trillion ZWN note, the price of a loaf of bread was about 10 ZW. But then, that number skyrocketed to over 10 billion ZW. Additionally, a local shared that just spending for one day required about 500 billion or 100 billion Zimbabwe dollars, and that amount was still insufficient to cover a bus ride home. At that time, 1 USD was equivalent to 10 trillion ZWD. A familiar sight on the streets of Zimbabwe is the long lines of people queuing daily and weekly to withdraw money from banks, only to receive stacks of cash that are no better than scraps of paper. The Zimbabwean currency was so worthless at that time that it was compared to leaves. But at least leaves are edible, while money is not. People would haul entire carts of cash to the market, and due to the overwhelming amount of money there was no time to count it, so they would weigh it instead. Yet even with a cart full of cash, people could only buy a few bundles of vegetables or just a few loaves of bread. Although the current inflation rate here is still relatively high compared to other countries, it has decreased significantly from the initial figures. Would you like to know what measures this country has taken to stabilize the inflation rate so quickly? If so, please comment with the number 2, and we will share the country's measures in the comments. The capital city, Harare, is not only the administrative center but also a hub of culture, art, and the rapidly growing economy of the country. The city stands out with its blend of modernity and tradition, where modern skyscrapers harmonize with colonial architecture such as St. Mary's Anglican Cathedral, creating a unique picture that is both vibrant and nostalgic. Known as the Garden City, Harare captivates visitors with its mild climate and tree-lined jacaranda streets. Every spring, when the purple flowers bloom, The city seems to don a dreamy cloak that enchants anyone who sees it. In the bustling center, Harare Gardens stands out as a green oasis, providing peace amidst the hectic pace of life. In parks, markets, eateries, or small shops, it is easy to spot women everywhere, as they make up 52% of the population. Women in Harare are not only present but also play vital roles in all aspects of life, from business to culture, forming an indispensable part of the vibrant tapestry of this city. On the lively streets of Zimbabwe, you won't be able to take your eyes off the sight of strong, graceful women dressed in vibrant zombie attire, resembling a living color palette. Their long, layered dresses of bright fabric, combined with unique jewelry like necklaces, bracelets, and earrings made from beads or metal, are not just clothing, but symbols of tradition and national pride. Their radiant smiles, graceful movements, and friendly gazes easily attract the attention of any visitor. But what truly amazes visitors is their incredible ability to balance items on their heads. At the Mbari Musa market, these women can carry seemingly impossible loads, from fresh fruits and firewood to heavy water containers, large bundles of straw, baskets of lawn, kitchen utensils, or even ceramics and metal pots. They don't need any support tools other than a thin cloth to maintain balance. Despite the cumbersome appearance of the items on their heads, they walk lightly and calmly, sometimes chatting and laughing with passers-by, navigating through dirt roads, chaotic crowds, and ox carts loaded with goods. These women resemble untrained circus performers. The Amari Musica market begins bustling early in the morning and is a must-visit if you want to experience the authentic rhythm of life in Zimbabwe. The market is a paradise for those who love diversity, with an array of fresh vegetables, juicy tropical fruits, and local grains and spices. The artisan stalls are a delightful highlight, showcasing handmade items crafted from wood, beads, and metal, rich in Zimbabwean cultural identity. You can easily find intricately crafted bracelets, earrings, or small statues as souvenirs for just 50 cents to $2. Not stopping at food and crafts, Marar Musa is also famous for its second-hand clothing areas, known as where you can hunt for unique items at very reasonable prices. Here you'll witness the lively bargaining battles between sellers and buyers over clothing with no fixed prices, relying instead on your haggling skills. Additionally, the market atmosphere is further enlivened by street performers showcasing traditional music with drums, captivating dances, and Zimbabwean folktales told through music. If you want to immerse yourself more deeply in the local culture, try chatting with friendly vendors to hear them share about their daily lives. Learn how to use unique spices, or even try your hand at carrying water or balancing goods on your head like the locals. After leaving this market, it might be rush hour, and the streets seem busier with the increasing sound of honking cars. However, the vehicles on the roads here are quite unique. Minivans, packed with passengers, zoom through intersections with skillful drivers, honking as a kind of language to weave through traffic. But the most interesting sights are the hand-pushed carts or homemade wooden carts crafted by locals from wood and metal, used to transport heavy goods like vegetables, water containers, or even construction materials. Even more unique are the makeshift trucks, sometimes built from old car parts, giving them a peculiar yet fascinating appearance. The pinnacle of creativity might be the customized cargo bicycles with large baskets in front or behind, capable of carrying an entire small family. If you want to rent some public transportation without having to sit in those crowded vehicles, you can also try ride-sharing services. Some local platforms like Y or Via Africa offer car services similar to Uber, allowing travelers to easily book rides around the city. Ride-sharing vehicles here are usually clean, comfortable, and reasonably priced. In addition to ride-sharing, traditional taxi services are quite popular. Taxis in Zimbabwe do not have meters, so the fare depends on your bargaining skills, especially for those who want to explore the surrounding areas of Harare or further destinations. Renting a self-drive vehicle or hiring a driver is an ideal choice. Many travel companies and local agencies offer powerful 4x4 vehicles suitable for conquering wild roads and national parks, such as Europcar, Syed, and Budget. On these adventurous rides, you can explore various places, and one of the most memorable destinations is to admire the Nelly tribe, known as the most colorful tribe in the world, living in South Africa and Zimbabwe. The Deel people are famous for their vibrant clothing and unique houses known as Deel houses. These houses come in two basic styles: round houses, often spaced apart, and rectangular houses with wide courtyards and surrounding walls. In the Deel community, the construction of houses is distinctly divided. Men are responsible for erecting the poles, building the walls and roofing, while women paint and decorate the walls. The walls are usually coated with a layer of white lime as a base, then divided into squares or rectangles, each marked with two diagonal black lines. Next, the women in the family will paint black patterns and embellish them with colors like brown, red, black, pink, yellow, blue, and green. From the outer walls to the interiors, kitchens, stables, hallways, and even fences, everything is meticulously decorated. The front walls are often intricate and colorful, adorned with shapes like hearts, flowers, stars, waves, or diamonds, which are both aesthetic and symbolize sacred meanings, outlined in black and painted in vibrant colors. What's most special is that the wall patterns are not merely decorative. They also contain unique symbols used by the Deel as a form of secret communication. The more beautiful the house, the more skilled and capable the woman inside is considered. Similarly, young women here must sew a blanket themselves to attract a husband, of course, under the supervision of the village elders. Not only the Deel tribe, but Zimbabwe also offers many other tourist destinations worth visiting. Victoria Falls, a natural wonder, is often referred to by its local name, meaning the smoke that thunders. Victoria Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in the world, stretches nearly a mile and plunges over 150 feet, more than 100 meters, into the Zambezi River, leaving viewers in awe of its breathtaking beauty. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Victoria Falls is not only visually captivating but also plays a crucial role in the surrounding ecosystem. With misty sprays and beautiful rainbows, visitors can not only admire this natural wonder but also participate in thrilling activities like exploring Devil's Pool, swimming at the waterfall's edge, whitewater rafting, or even bungee jumping from the famous Victoria Bridge. Hwanga National Park, the largest wildlife reserve in Zimbabwe, is a paradise for nature and animal lovers. The park is home to over 40,000 African elephants, along with hundreds of other species, such as lions, giraffes, and antelopes. Jeep or walking safaris with professional guides provide an intimate experience, allowing you to hear the sounds of the forest and feel the thrill of encountering wildlife in their natural habitats. For history and archaeology enthusiasts, the Great Zimbabwe Ruins will captivate you. Built from the 11th to the 15th centuries, this site is a testament to a powerful civilization that once thrived in Africa. The massive stone walls were constructed without mortar, showcasing unique building techniques and timeless creativity. Additionally, Lake Kariba, the largest artificial lake in the world by volume, is an ideal place to relax, with activities like fishing, boating, and watching sunsets over the vast lake. Visitors can rent luxurious houseboats to explore nature while enjoying modern comforts. Zimbabwe is not only famous for its majestic tourist attractions, but also for its vibrant cultural festivals, rich in traditional identity. One of the most notable festivals is the Harare International Festival of the Arts, held annually in the capital, Harare. This festival is a wonderful blend of music, art, and cuisine, offering a diverse and colorful atmosphere. Visitors can immerse themselves in musical performances from international and local artists, view contemporary art pieces, and savor traditional Zimbabwean dishes. The festival atmosphere is filled with laughter, lively music, and girls in colorful traditional attire, dancing to the sounds of instruments like the and, creating a visually stunning cultural celebration. The Harare International Carnival in Zimbabwe is a vibrant celebration of culture and color, full of adventure where visitors can immerse themselves in the lively and energetic atmosphere of Africa. Every corner of Harare comes alive with dazzling parade costumes, from mesmerizing feathers to traditional outfits, showcasing the rich local culture. Zimbabwean girls with radiant smiles and graceful movements in the rhythm of African music Guide tourists on a journey filled with colors and excitement. When visiting Zimbabwe, you cannot miss the opportunity to savor the country's distinctive traditional cuisine, where each dish carries its own flavor and story. Sadza, the most popular dish made from cornmeal, is a staple in the daily diet of the people. Sadza is typically served with stews, greens, or spicy dips like dovi, a rich peanut sauce. For those who love bold flavors, nyama or grilled meat, cooked over traditional charcoal will leave you craving more. The meat is marinated with local spices and cooked to perfection, resulting in an irresistible aroma and taste. Additionally, try kenta, a small fish that is dried and fried, often served with sadza or salad, providing a perfect balance of salty, crispy, and fragrant flavors. Snacks like maputi or popped corn and chimoto cornbread are also great choices to munch on while exploring local markets. Don't forget to enjoy a cup of Royo's tea or maho, a lightly fermented corn-based drink. To fully experience the flavors of Zimbabwe, you can feel completely at ease when visiting Zimbabwe, as it is a destination that is continuously improving in security and is known for its friendly, hospitable people. The Zimbabwean government has increased security forces in major cities like Harare, Bulawayo, and popular tourist spots like Victoria Falls and Hwanga National Park. These areas are closely monitored with professional tour support services and modern security systems in hotels and resorts. In terms of healthcare, Zimbabwe is also striving to enhance the quality of medical services, especially in major cities. In Harare, you can find several reputable hospitals and clinics like Paru and Iwe General Hospital or Avenues Clinic, which provide basic medical services and emergency support for international travelers. Although the healthcare system in rural areas has many limitations, urban centers have facilities ready to assist at reasonable costs. A general checkup here typically costs between $20 and $50, significantly lower than in many developed countries. However, travelers should prepare by securing international health insurance and bringing some basic medications for emergencies. Finally, let's talk about the cost of living in Zimbabwe. It is one of the countries with a low cost of living in Africa, so visiting here isn't too expensive. First, housing costs take up a significant portion of residents' budgets. In Harare, the rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center ranges from $300 to $600 per month, while a night in a hotel costs between $15 and $30. In the suburbs, prices can drop to $150 to $200 per month. Utility costs like electricity, water, and internet average around $100 to $200 per month, but electricity prices can spike during energy shortages. Regarding food prices, these depend on whether you shop at international supermarkets or local markets. A simple meal at a small eatery typically costs around $3 to $5, while dining at a high-end restaurant can range from $20 to $50 per person. At supermarkets, the price for 1 liter of milk is about $1.50. A loaf of bread is $1, 1 kilogram of rice is around $1.80, and 1 kilogram of chicken is about $6 to $8. Fruits and vegetables are usually cheaper when bought at local markets. For example, a 1 kilogram bag of tomatoes costs around $1, and 1 kilogram of bananas is about $1.50. Transportation costs are also a factor to consider. If using public transportation, the fare for a minibus ride within the city is 50 cents to $1. However, if you own a car, the current fuel cost is around $1.50 to $2 per liter. Vehicle maintenance can add another $50 to $100 per month, including minor repairs and oil changes. Education and healthcare costs can also be quite high if using private services. Tuition at international schools ranges from $2,000 to $10,000 per year per student. The cost of medical consultations at private hospitals typically falls between $50 and $100 per visit, not including medication or other medical services. Lastly, entertainment and other essential costs also need to be factored in. Gym membership fees range from $3 to $50 per month, movie tickets cost around $5 to $10, and if you want to shop for clothes or shoes, imported items can be quite expensive. For example, a pair of branded sneakers can cost between $50 and $100. In summary, to live comfortably in Zimbabwe, a single person would need a budget of about $700 to $1,000 per month. For a week of travel here, you might spend around $300 to $500. In reality, although Zimbabwe may not be as modern as developed countries, it offers travelers wild and natural experiences that no other place can provide. Even in terms of costs, it is cheaper than any other country. With this budget, do you think Zimbabwe is a place you would consider traveling to or settling down in? If so, please comment with the number 1. If not, comment with the number 0, and we will share with you how to live here for $550 without needing to save. Thank you for your feedback. If you are truly interested in visiting this country and want to know more, please comment with the number 7, and we will share visa and other requirements to visit Zimbabwe. We've just explored the beautiful land of Zimbabwe together. Thank you for watching today's travel documentary until the end. We hope you'll continue to join us.